All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Wakakadash. Double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone that teaches us the truth. Much love and appreciation to all that come preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect. The title of this lesson will be His glory will be forever. His glory will be forever. Why do I have a picture of the sea there, like a seashore? It's because no one knows where the sea starts, nor we know where it ends. Although you get to a shore, you can drive or fly all the way to the seashore, and then there's just more sea. You can go all over the world just trying to find the end of the sea and come right back to the same spot maybe you started. See, more marvelous will be the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, let's start with Matthew 12 verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house is divided against itself shall not stand. See? And that's what's happening with all the kingdoms in the world right now. Especially the kingdom, the Western kingdom, like the United States, France, all those, because all these countries, let's say, those conquistadores countries, they have like some kind of pact together, basically to just keep on going, stealing, killing, and taking resources of those other kingdoms, those other smaller kingdoms, smaller countries, and those ones that do not have or are not in their clique, if you can kind of say it. But especially the United States itself, that's the head of all of those coalition. That coalition, well, there's a lot of division between them, because they seen that the United States, Babylon the great whore, is just looking after her own interests, not really towards the other countries or kingdoms within that coalition, if I can explain myself well. Like, I remember there was some situation that happened that France was supposed to sell about I think $1 billion worth of plane, and then the United States counter offer with like a lower price, and then they got the contract. I think it was to sell to Brazil. Don't quote me on it, but just saying it quick like that. An example that came into mind. See, it's because of those kind of things that's been happening that the United States has been getting, the Great Whore has been getting a lot of hate lately, because she's in all the, even Russia was saying about the United States, the Great Whore, that every treaty they broke it, every treaty with them they broke it, and all the other countries can see that also, right? So the world of the Edomite is divided, and that's why the Lord is gonna bring Gog and Magog against the Great Whore, and also whoever is helping the Great Whore to be destroyed. Okay, verse 26. And Satan, if Satan cast away Satan, He is divided against himself. How then shall this kingdom stand? And we know that whatever is it's happening, the Lord is orchestrating it. And if the Lord is orchestrating it, that means it will come to pass, right? It will come to pass because the way that the Lord is doing it a smart way. He's doing it a way that no one can really comprehend until it comes to a point of no return, and the prophets are just prophesying about it, saying it every day, all over the world. They know what's happening, what's coming. They just don't believe, but they can hear what the prophets are saying. He that have an ear, let him hear what the prophets are saying to the churches. So the churches will listen. The elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will listen. Everybody else will hear it, but they will not hearken. And that day of the Lord, the day of great anger, of indignation of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall fall on them unaware. Revelation 21 verse 2. And John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from, which says God out of heaven, but we know from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai out of heaven, prepare as a bride adorned for her husband. This is the elect that will come down after the great destruction for the kingdom. Come down for the kingdom of Yahushai, and they will reign with Yahushai for what, 1,000 years. How it is written. And we know it will be an everlasting kingdom, but they will reign with Yahushai for 1,000 years, and then the wicked will be destroyed, which is the Edomites. All of them will be destroyed according to the book of Obadiah, and then the kingdom will keep on going forever and ever. It's an everlasting kingdom, right? Matthew 5 verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of those least commandments, and shall teach men to do so, shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do them and teach, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven, which is the lot of the prophet. The prophet trying to do the best they can to stay away from sinning, doing the best they can to teach, also to share the word, to edify one another. The same shall be called great in the heaven and the kingdom of heaven. But we know that there's a lot of pastors, a lot of those preachers, there's a lot of women pastors also that is teaching men, the whole congregation, to eat whatever abomination there is, whatever lust, bad things that has to be done. They do it. Sometimes they steal their own they steal women from other men in their own congregations, the pastors. So in other words, they teaching the flock to do the same abominations in the eyesight of the Lord. But we know that the time is gonna come that Yahushua will take all his enemies and put them under his feet. Under his feet, just like it says in Matthew 5:19, that whosoever shall teach men to do abomination shall be called the least in the heaven, in the kingdom of heaven. Right? The least. Right? The least. So the same will happen with all the enemies of Yahushai. All these enemies will be destroyed and put under his feet with a rod of iron on their neck. The same that they did unto the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the same will happen to them, but double. According to the book of Revelation, give unto them double. First Corinthians 15 verse 24 to 26. Then cometh the end, and when ye shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, even the Father, when ye shall have put down all rule and all authority and power, for he must reign till he had put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy shall be destroyed, is death. Right? Verse 26 again. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. And we know that Esau is as death. Esau is as death. So we know at the end of the 1,000 years, he will be destroyed. But also, for the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the last enemy that shall be destroyed also is death, because Lord willing, I'm part of it, we will be immortal. Every single last one of them, of the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, shall be immortal. Gods on earth. Right? Gods on earth. Isn't it written that ye are gods? That's right. That's what's coming. Right? But even after everything that's gonna be happening, the new kingdom, the nuclear war, all that stuff, there's a lot of them that's still gonna be rebels, that will not hearken. Right? I mean, all those people, of the other nations, they still gonna try to worship their Buddha, worship their Jesus, worship their whatever it is, right? That's when Luke 19 verse 27 will come into play. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. That's what Yahushua said. Bring them hither and slay them before me. And the elect is going to be pleased to just do so. To do just that. Because the elect is just going to be as faithful as the angels. The angels just do whatever the Lord says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and whatever Yahweh Bashem Yahushai tells, like a great angel like archangel like Michael, to tell the other angels to do so, or demons. They just do whatever is been said to, whatever order that's been given to them to do. That's what they do. They do not hold back. They do not hold back, and they do not okay, so So every single one of the enemies of Yahushua will be destroyed according to the word, according to Luke 27, Luke 19:27. But those my enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. Because just like I just said earlier, many of the other nations will still want to do their same practices because they're still gonna stay immortal. I mean mortal. They're still gonna be mortal. They still gonna have their bad habits in them. But we know that the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua will be immortal and will be able to judge them. They shall be judged, right? And the time will come, and this time, that everyone and the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai will know the way of the Lord, from the lowest to the greatest, right? Jeremiah 31 verse 34. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, said the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sins no more. And every children of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, every one of the elect, cannot wait for this moment that our sin can be completely forgiven, and we're gonna be immortal. We shall be as God, judging the 12 tribes of the children of Israel and also the other nation with a rod of iron. Judging the other nation with a rod of iron. Right? All praise to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Kadash. Double honor to the Apostle of Great Millstone that teaches us this truth. Much love and appreciation to all that come, the elders preaching the truth and truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect.